Sorry to leave you hanging, guys, but welcome back to Phoenix Wright.
Help me.
It's been all of not any time for them.
I know, but I still stopped on a cliffhanger.
I mean... Gas, rata.
Order! I'd like a Big Mac. What's the meaning of this?
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker was locked on the day of the crime.
Objection! But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, its sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know, it must have broken down. Down. Of course, we're an expert on this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh, well, it just goes to show novice should keep their mouth shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
I kind of feel bad for the judge. He's just like, oh. Me, Your Honor?
Me? No. Yes, why wasn't the locker locked, you fucking ninny?
Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Fuck you! Huh? Oh, what? I was not paying attention. What? Maybe something like jammed the electronic system?
Emma, you're a genius.
Yeah.
Something
like
jammed
jammed
the sensor.
Raspberry.
Say, there's something else in that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. It's the badger. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Alright, let's do this.
Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker was locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out the cause for this.
Why'd you say that so ominously?
Because I'm evil, Judge.
Judge Evil! Oh, a little piece of paper fell out. Oh.
Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier.
The prequel's always better than the sequel.
That's why the Phantom Menace is so good.
What's this? What's that? There's magic in the air. Something white fell out like a ew. You know, every time he does it, he's smacking his injured hand. And then he chokes himself. I'm trying to think Kamika is just a really, really big masochist. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. Often fall out and roll great.
We can't be sure that item was in the locker to begin with.
What do you mean, Mr. Phoenix?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted? I do not know the meaning of this word. I know Pokemon music. Wants to get my Jimmy Jammies on.
This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. Child of 3 times gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir.
Wait. I understand when you're going in, because you have to close the door. How do you get stuck when you're leaving?
I don't know, man. I'm still confused as to how Megan survived for this long. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, an insulator. I knew that. Fuck off, Mr. Edgeworth. But at the crime scene.
There just might have been something that fits the description.
But sir, the insulator, you don't mean...
I think I finally got this figured out.
Very well. What events, please? Listen to relevant events?
No.
Oh, fucking twat. I was into there that was stuck in the locked door. It was the blue badger.
It was the rubber glove.
Yeah.
I'd say save just in case, maybe? Oh no.
I found this near the
Found-
locker,
oh.
a thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker.
It has a tag that says SL9 incident.
Oh,
Gasp.
Vietnam flashback.
The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lab attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Man, I don't know why he's getting all like up and about. He's fucking
Red.
dumb
Irrelevant
shit.
declaration that doesn't exactly hurt or help your case.
Order! I'll take a big. For fuck's sake, stop asking me to order! So, we to believe then that the victim whom this
It's a
person
victimless crime.
stabbed in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman?
objection! Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgy?
The defense has merely demonstrated that they are magicians. That possibility and nothing more. The
You're
victim
a
in the
wizard.
video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer
Yeah.
Meekins, please testify about this.
Lisa.
Oh god, he's
I'm
sending
Mr.
Jaja.
Meekins, look at me! I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. He looks at me, you know. Oh, you mean that's of course, sir.
Is this a joke?
You're the only joke in this courtroom, Mr. Phoenix. Oh, very well, begin your testimony. I don't fucking care anymore.
Judge is too old for this shit.
Mr. Man 2, Electric Boogaloo. There was one other thing that proves that man was Detective Goodman, sir. In the evidence room, one must use their ID card.
Well, the contradiction in this testimony is obvious.
Fuck you, no one asked you, you invisible voice. When an ID card is used, there is a record of it. You could say it's called the records. The time of the crime, the detective had used his card. An ID card record, I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime, yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. I learned how to read in parade school. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there only so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. And because plot.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
But your hair is still pointing downwards.
Fuck
Fuck you.
Super Saiyan!
Me too, although it doesn't really make much of a difference in my case.
Wow.
Get it? Cause his hair is spiky?
That's because you have
Just
Sasuke hair.
constantly puts Viagra in his hair. We all know it.
There are only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let's move on to the cross-examination. Tickle.
Okay, that doesn't mean shit. Okay. Yep. Except he couldn't do that.
He was already dead.
He was already dead.
Objection! Wait one moment, Officer Meekins.
I'm not good at waiting, sir.
Fuck off!
I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense. He was fucking stabbed.
When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
A lost item report is only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess, you believe this something to be his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
Red.
Red.
Order! I'm not falling for this again, so now what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't require much thought.
Is he calling him stupid?
Yes.
Your Honor, you're an idiot.
Contempt of court! Contempt of court!
The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Red. Order. That's supposed to have a response.
Yes, I'd like one Big Mac. I have
No,
only one
you only
thing
get a whiny kid.
I have only one...
French fries.
You get a Happy Meal and you're happy with it.
I have only one thing to say to the defense.
Are you fucking dumb?
Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo.
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes? What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is... Well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't good.
Well, it seems you've finally realized exactly what you've gone such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth!
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video was a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being misguided the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon.
Rada.
So we just spent like 15 minutes choking ourselves to death?
Yeah.
I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
Activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions. Who done diddly did it? Exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? Where did this person disappear to? How durable is he? How durable am I? Questions for later.
Where's the bathroom?
This trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Oh, what a fucking prick. Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana.
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess?
Well, clearly, there's only one thing I can do. Time to object.
Say what?
Objection! One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder.
I still don't know how he got out without being seen.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess.
However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor?
this court will examine this further. Other witnesses will be necessary. With the prosecution prepared.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident of the police department to be completely unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Ah. Mr. Wright, do you mean
Stop reading my mind, bitch!
McCree?
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Who do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Fuck you.
Well then, Mr. Bright. The person you would have testify. Just his or her name.
McCree from Overwatch! Officer McCree.
Mad Mercer.
Why him?
I can't let him know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute lunch break. Recess while the witness is suspended.
Where's my Lunchables?
Will the prosecutor please prepare the witness during this time? For fuck's sake, someone give him a Big Mac.
We will, Your Honor.
Court in recess.
Sounds like a Kamen Rider transformation.
Go
Crocodile.
to recess!
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured out anything.
Lana. That's my... Oh, wait, no, here we go. You're the only... You're the one who knows everything.
Emma?
My name's Ema! You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us?
Ema.
Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. Single
I-
tear.
Don't recall ever asking for his protection.
Bitch! How can you be so bitch?
Can you be so bitch?
Don't you trust us? Don't you trust moi?
Nope.
Bitch!
I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Da da da.
Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
You got another nerve, pal, making a detective run around while on duty. This is duty. To top it off, you call me here. I'm soon hip your people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Hey, 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 hey. I see you there, Miss Skype. How's it going, baby?
That's okay. So,
Speaks like Johnny Bravo. How's it going, sexy mama?
Oh,
I'd like you to check out my studly bod. That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
A knife!
Oh yeah. You mean this, right?
Drugs.
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name?
Isn't that like a fucking breaking the law, pretending to be someone else to get something?
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
No many years would I have thought that it was you who asked me. The phone call was so sexual.
Just like Mr. Wright tells me.
But you to bring the SL9 incident files. Oh yeah, baby. That gets my gumshoe rolling. Crazy.
Yes, I'm 9
My
incidents.
nipples.
but Lana, that's...
A pile of paper. Yes, I know. I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here.
I didn't think you could read.
Here, you might do well to read them.
She sure can.
I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. My nipples.
Miss Sky was a witness?
Dun dun dun.
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders.
DO6.
What now? What? I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Fucking prick.
Emma, but why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there. I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, the SL9 incident. Is that...
That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings.
The... Donnie Darko? No! No! Lana!
That was a terrible movie, Lana.
Emma, wait! Oh, she ran away.
You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Fuck this. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
I gotta go water my dog.
I gotta go water my dog.
I gotta feed my plants!
Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence.
Except him.
Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I'd better take a good look at this file.
To be continued.
Oh, immediately.
Next time. This time.
Right now.
Right now. In
Never.
the past.
February 24th, 14 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9.
Leap year.
That. The court will now reconvene with the trial of Miss Lana Skype.
Yo, Judge, could I have like 50 more hours? I need to get my sidekick back. Emma didn't come back.
Like the way you read that.
Case over!
Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Since Lana's... since Emma's gone, can I take, McCree?
You want to be McCree? Alright, that's fine.
How about you be the judge and I just shit this one out?
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name's McCree. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a wandering man, the same as you.
I like this music.
Wandering the trails of civilization.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed.
I know you're a patrol man.
That's patrol man to you. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling out.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
That's Jesse McCree to you.
Howling Wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before.
Oh wait, he called Edgeworth the Howling Wind.
He sure the fuck did, didn't he?
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner. I love this guy.
What do you mean? Why are you shaving court?
Desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up.
He's already
Oh,
annoying
yeah.
me.
The judge feels the same, apparently.
Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly.
Home on the
fucking hell.
range.
They
Brokeback
showed us
Mountain.
testimony on the
What
day.
the fuck?
Did he say?
He said, out on the range, Brokeback Mountain.
Blazing
English.
saddles.
In Morse code.
Beep, 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 beep.
Beep, beep. Small beeps are
My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They say, they said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember rightly, I was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail.
Oh, deciding this testimony, I'm gonna have to like grab like a dictionary.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude.
Can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Maybe you should take this knife.
Wait a minute. You can't talk to the judge that way. What do you mean by 2 security systems?
I mean, the security cameras and the ID card I reckon even a cowpoke like you them.
Say that again. You
I
got
reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about thems.
Alright. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks inside the evidence room?
Fingerprint activated locks? The fuck are they?
He's not being very helpful.
He's not that good with machines, or with following orders, or anything concerning his job.
Everyone's got their weaknesses, now don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? Mine just happens to be my entire life.
Iffy.
This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Archie's all yours. Finish him. Fatality.
Alright, let's see.
High noon.
Let's press this, just to keep this pressed. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct?
Of course, back in my day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence.
And yet you didn't know
Yeehaw.
about the fingerprint locking mechanism.
Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. Sorry, machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works.
That's quite, incredible.
The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence.
Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too.
At your age, doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place, you fucking silly bitch?
If I remember rightly, I was at high noon.
We know that to be bullshit because Marshall's printer there.
Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this?
Dot.
After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And you... Oh, wait.
And yet you drag me down here. Like some kind of rattlesnake. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Explain yourself, partner.
Yeah, the hoot nanny.
It's quite simple.
Hoot nanny.
You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint.
Huh. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, make my rounds. About once a month.
Wait. Oh my fucking god, he's supposed to be doing it 3 times a day and he does it once a month.
Oh, you know, good enough. 1 day, 30 days.
Once a month is close enough to 3 days.
Yeah, it's only natural my fingerprints will be in there. I said my line.
Objection! I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
Everyone's got blood. I got blood. You got blood.
What's the meaning of this?
Mine just happens to be cowboy blood.
My blood is nude. Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene?
The blood was wiped away, however. A luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall?
The fuck's luminol? It seems to me... There ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulder.
What?
I'm gonna kill you and take all your heads.
I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Jake Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints?
Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. I don't fucking care anymore. Please kill this man!
Like to see you try. I've got my ultimate.
I will fucking ruin your shit, boy.
Come at me, Reinhardt.
Alright, motherfucker, let's do this. You have made it 1v1, final destination.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that there evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Watch me shave with my knife. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it.
How does he know that?
Well, you see, all murderers wear gloves. We're not fucking it, I mean...
Oh shit, I accidentally skipped that line.
You dare skip my lines, you fucking bitch!
Sorry?
There's room for doubt. I will murder you, I mean...
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Fuck you.
Fuck me, fuck you!
1v1 me, bro. Wait, I kind of went like... I kind of went like automated. 1v1 me, bro.
This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. And I'll find out next time on Phoenix Wright, Passive Aggressive Attorney.